Hello, welcome to my video. I'm Donna. I'll be doing a tarot reading, and I'll try to teach you a little on how I was taught. I have, if you've watched any of the other videos I've done, I've retired my mother's really old set of tarot cards. They're pretty much falling apart, so I got another set. But I'm still using the book by Eden Gray, titled A Complete Guide to the Tarot, from 1970. And I do not like dead air, nor the sound of shuffling cards, so my readings will be meditated on and dealt before the recording. At this time, I will not be doing any clarification on any cards. I will just tell you what I think, what I feel. This is a general read, so and it's not a one-on-one session, so not everything will resonate with you. Take what you feel is applicable. This is a message from me to a general audience. You might have seen something that gets mentioned in the past, or you might see something that gets mentioned sometime in the future. Just keep your eyes open. And reading results are gathered from the tarot and my own personal reception of intuition during the reading. I believe you see what you need to see when you need to see it. So this reading is considered timeless. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. I am having trouble getting the camera to focus, so this is about the best I can get it. You can pretty much see what each card is, but I'm gonna see about getting a new camera, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, what I normally do is just explain each section and tell you how I read it. This is how I was taught. There are several ways to read tarot cards, but this is the way I was taught, and to me it's been the best. What I start off with, when we shuffle the deck, we split the deck 3 ways, and on the bottom of each of the piles is the first 3. I call it the first 3. These generally are indicative of the entire reading. This is the reading, and it kind of puts it in a nutshell for you. I write everything down because I have CRS, so I can't remember squat, so that way everything will run more smoothly and everything. Excuse any profanity, I'll try not to swear. Okay, so the first card is the Queen of Swords. And I have my glasses off, so you'll have to bear with me on my vision. I may or may not be able to see stuff. So she is the Queen of Swords. These 3 are always read upright. Queen of Swords. Now the people cards or the face cards, those are given a physical description. However, I have always felt that the character of the card is more applicable to, the people in your life. So, but it may or may not. I will tell it to you anyway. The swords, she is supposed to have brown hair, brown eyes. It is gender fluid, I feel. So if you know a effeminate male, this could be applied. Also could be actual females. So in this particular case, I feel like this person is you. So, the definitions under this from the book are subtle, keen, quick-witted. It also says that she is a keen observer, kind yet firm, graceful dancer. So, loving of the arts and stuff. So, quick-witted. I do feel this is you. So, for some reason, I feel this is here because the other meaning says may also mean widowhood or mourning. Possible widow, mourning distant loved ones. May or may not be actual widow. It may be, in some cases I have experienced that it is someone who is missing someone from far away, or they're separated for some reason, whether it's a continent or jail or whatever, for some reason, and missing somebody, missing people. It says loved ones, so you may be separated. Maybe you're the one that is away from the other people, but you're still missing them nonetheless. I don't know if this ends up saying any more about that. You'll see. I wrote down the meanings. Anyway, the second one is, this one's from the Major Arcana, and that one is the Moon, number 18. It stands for intuition, imagination, development of latent powers. I do believe that means you. I believe you're developing your latent powers. So you're going to be listening to your instincts. You're going to be listening to your gut. And I don't know if you hear words or if you just have feelings or whatever it is. Just listen to it. And it also says deception. Unseen foes. Unseen perils. Bad luck for a loved one. In my experience with this one, whenever it says bad luck for a loved one, that for me has always been the case. So someone you love, I don't know, maybe they'll get a flat tire or something, or they'll get a cold, or lose their job. It can be a multitude of different things. But it will be something not great. So it is worth mentioning. So I feel like it'll set them back a bit. And watch out for the unseen foes. When I have gotten that card before, generally something will come out in the wash, and you'll find out who's been backstabbing you, who's been double dealing, stealing, whatever. You'll catch somebody in a lie. I feel like something's going to shake open. You're going to find out what's going on, but right now you do not know. So I'm not saying accuse everybody, but just, keep your ears perked up and be aware. As all these cards are for is to warn you. They're all warnings. And then the third card, which is a lovely card. Everybody loves this card. It's the Ten of Cups. It is the most love anybody could ask for. That one means contentment, lasting happiness coming from above, great friendship, the beginning of a great love affair, perfect human love, lasting success. So, in a nutshell, you're going to have, this is basically what it's saying. you're going through something right now that's making you miss somebody. You're mourning people. You're kind and firm. You love dance. You're subtle, keen, quick-wit. You've got some deception around you. However, your third eye, you're gonna be intuitive, and you're gonna be able to navigate some of the stuff, but you've got some unseen enemies lurking around. Generally, most of the time, it's somebody at work, because we spend more than half our lives at work, and most of us don't have backstabbing family members. Some of us do. Not saying that, you know how it is. It could be family too, but more likely than not, it'll come from work. Or like a neighbor, something like that. But it all ends up seems to be, overcome, and then you're going to be coming into some great love. You're going to be meeting somebody. It'll probably be next 2 or 3 months. I don't see... I don't really see anybody that jumps out at me that could be. I'm not sure if it would be somebody at work, but you've got a helper at work here. You'll find out about that. Alright, well, the way I was taught to read the cards, not sure of the method, but this is how I was taught, and it's always worked for us. The middle section is generally what's going on with you right now. This is the past, and this is the near past, and then further on back into the past. So basically the cards closer to the center are more chronological, like this is closer to you, this is more recent, and this further away, it was long ago. And this is supposed to be your work area, hobby area, homemaker, group activities. And then theoretically you have 2 roads to the future. It's generally a combination of the 2, and the warnings can help you navigate. I always start off with the middle. Doesn't matter which of these cards you read after. Excuse me. The first card, I generally don't like this card, is the 3 of Swords. And it is about as mean as it is looking right there. You've got 3 swords stabbing your heart. I really could just move to the next card, because that's basically what that is. It is stormy weather for the heart, tears, separation, upheaval. Like I said, I feel it reflects this card, or yes, reflects that. No, this card, the one with the mourning. So the tears and the separation. I'm not sure if the separation was caused by the upheaval, or the separation is causing the upheaval. But you're separated from somebody, and you're mourning being with them. And that reflects on this card. It's the same thing. Doesn't mean somebody's died. It does also, unfortunately, mean somebody may have died, but generally, in my experience, it's more of a breakup, or physical separation, or misunderstanding, separation, that kind of thing. However, I feel you are going through a loss at the moment, and you're in a state of mourning. I'm not going to mince any words. The two people on both sides of you are not very nice. One is not as nice as the other, but we'll start off with the King of Wands. This one is showing as upside down, so the physical characteristics that are assigned to them is blonde, blue hair, hazel eyes, blonde, blue eyes, hazel eyes. Oh my gosh. But it is reversed. So this person is said to be intolerant, prejudiced, ill-natured, severe, and ruthless. They don't really sound like a fun person. So perhaps it is a boss or a boss's boss, or someone you are having to deal with right now or real soon. This person feels like a hypocrite to me. And they feel very stuffy, like a stick in the mud, like a, like an older boss, somebody that's, set in their ways and they don't joke around that much. Could be somebody like that, could be father figure, could be brother-in-law, brother, somebody masculine, could be a female that is super masculine. But either way, they are intolerant, prejudiced, ill-natured. So whoever you can think of that flies off the handle relatively easy, never really in a good mood. They are listed there. I'm not really sure why, other than maybe they are going to be interfering or causing some issues for you. On the other side, we have the Knight of Swords, or Cups. I don't know why I said swords. The Knight of Cups, and he is also reversed. His character, or his physical, is supposed to be light brown hair, hazel eyes. This person is said to be sensual, lazy, and a liar, fraud. Be careful of any propositions coming from this person. I feel like that person is a smooth talker. It is right there in the middle, so I'm feeling like you either already know this person or you're going to know them. You're gonna end up meeting them, and they're gonna be trying to talk you out of something. The fraud is, to me, it could be money or virtue. There is another card that actually says beware of being robbed of money or virtue, but I'm going to apply that to this one also. This person's not, I don't know, it could just be a shady coworker, somebody you always have to keep your eye on because they're a pain in the freaking ass. I know I worked one time, it's like every time I turn around, this one guy was always fucking there, and you realize, you get a feeling off of them. I wouldn't have been alone with that guy if you'd have paid me. I did not get a good vibe off of him. I've met a few guys like that. Women too. There's some people, you just get a vibe off of them. But you need to, go with your intuition. It is telling you your latent powers are coming out. And that is you. That's not somebody else. This is you. The deception is not you. The deception is telling you there's deception around you and you have secret enemies. So right here is the frickin' deception. And it is right around you. And this guy's not too pleasant. He's not, I don't know, doesn't really say that this one is a bad person, but it's kind of like a curmudgeon. You're going to have to try to win him over. He's a Scrooge. Something like that. This one concerns me. So, and it is right here. So I would say, as soon as you see this video, start looking for this person. That is right here, right now. Right for you, right now. In the employment, the work, the hobby area, homemaker area, group activity area, whether it's bowling or softball, whatever, dance, whatever. That one is, no, I should do the past first. Let's do the past. I'll stick with my regular format. Well, I like to do the past, although it has already happened. I like to also reflect on it. And you can be a judge as to whether or not it's applicable. In the most recent past, we have the Five of Pentacles, and this is upside down. This one says money regained after severe toil. There either was or there is new employment, however, it will be temporary. So, either you or someone you know has just recently gotten a job, and it may or may not be temporary. Does not mean that it has to be temporary, it says may. Generally, the cards, when they say may, it is an either or, but the other ones that firmly state something, that is generally what happens. So anyway, also means charity, interest in spirituality. So you might have been looking into religion, looking within recently. Maybe went on a retreat or something. Or maybe you squirreled yourself away and just hid for a while and listened to your favorite music and stuff like that. Decompressed. Might be looking for the meaning of life or something. Exactly why you are here. So, further back in the past, we have Four of Swords. This one's upside down. This one stands for renewed activity, qualified success, movement in your affairs, movement in your life, movement, socializing. This was in the past, so you had some success, you won something, or you gained something. Maybe you were promoted. You're promoted, or maybe the qualified success led into the new employment. That might be it. And then further back in the past, we have from the Major Arcana, number 13, that one is also upside down. That is the Death card. The Death card does not mean you will die. The Death card does not mean someone else will die. The Death card simply means a situation or a relationship or a situationship will die. And generally after death there is new growth. So it is actually more of a helpful card. It eventually ends up being helpful. Upside down, the meaning for the Death card is disaster, upheaval. You had upheaval up here. Yeah, here. So you had upheaval, and it led you to upheaval. says revolution, death of a political figure, temporary stagnation. I don't know of anybody that has died that was political a while ago. I didn't think to look. Also, like death of a political figure, to me, also can be your boss, your boss's boss, somebody, not necessarily dying. I mean, it could mean actually dying, but it could just also mean they're retiring or they're gone, they took another job. That seems to have, you had the disaster and then you ended up getting a new job. So maybe the disaster was also that you lost a job and then you got another job, whether it be temporary or not. And then this was leading you to this. For some reason, you had another upheaval and some kind of separation. And that brings us to the work, the group, the homemaker, hobby. We have the Four of Wands, and this one is upside down. This is generally a great card. I love the Four of Wands. This one is peace, prosperity, harmony, success. There's a reason to celebrate. It also is a marriage card. Not necessarily you, but someone will be getting married. May also be you. You've got the Ten of Cups here, so it may also be you. But this is in the near future, so I tend to believe not. Especially with what you're going through right here. And you'll see the roads in the future. So I believe this is someone else getting married. Doesn't mean you won't be if you're not married already. It just means I feel this is someone else right now. The next card, so this is the near future in your work group, homemaker, hobby area. Further into the future, we have the Knight of Wands. His physical characteristics are said to be blonde, blue eyes, hazel eyes. This person is a young warrior, energetic. He is generous, yet also cruel. He can also be cruel. He is hasty in everything that he does. So think of someone who you haven't met him yet. Think of someone who is like always rushing in the room, rushing out of the room, knocking crap over, whatever. Might hit you when you meet the person. It also says that it may also mean change of residence, emigration, quick departure, the coming or going of something. It leaves it vague, so it could be money, could be a situation, could be the tears, coming and going of the tears, or it's in the work area or the hobby area. So if it was work related, then that might be that temporary job ending. Change of residence, that may or may not happen. It may be a threat of a change of residence, or the quick departure. I generally have found that to be true. Whether it is you leaving quickly or someone else leaving quickly. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll be changing residence. Someone close to you may be changing residence as well. Or they may be emigrating or quickly departing. The coming, it's a quick energy, so it's a coming or going of, you'll see. And there's the people that are in and out of your life at the drop of a fucking hat. And next thing you know, you blink, they're gone. You're like, well, what the hell happened to them? Well, that is the feeling I am getting with this. So, and it's someone young, so it's probably, it's somebody that flies by the seat of their pants. Might be one of your children, like a son or a daughter, someone that is like that. And then here we've got a more mature King of Swords. Now he is upright. He is said to have brown hair, brown eyes. The person, this card represents lawyers, judges, generals, governors. So as someone who is high up, someone who is powerful, someone who is respected. The book says he gives wise counsel. He is firm with many ideas. So that's a good person, and they're in your work, hobby, group activity area. So you'll be meeting them, or if it's in work and it's a boss or somebody, maybe a supervisor of another department, you already know them, but you won't be interacting with them until the future. So it might be something like that. It also says that it may also mean power, strength, authority. And it says lawsuit coming. So when I see lawsuit coming, I generally will drive slower and more careful. Most lawsuits are car accidents. However, you could get into it with somebody in a shopping center or something like that too. Walk away from any arguments. I generally would want to avoid anything that might lead to a lawsuit, but it's kind of saying that there will be one. So make sure you'll end up on the correct side of the lawsuit. So just watch your P's and Q's, go slow, that kind of thing. Just make sure you're not in the wrong. And the power and the strength might be needed for that lawsuit, but I feel that the power and the strength for you and the authority, I feel like, is for you. Like, I think you're going to be getting promoted, or the temporary job goes permanent. Maybe you lose the job and then get the job back, or get a better job. Either way, this area looks good. I feel like this guy is going to be a helper for you. He's going to be helping you somehow. He gives wise counsel, so I would get lost in this guy's stories. There's wisdom in what he says. There's wisdom in his stories. You'll probably enjoy him too. He seems like an enjoyable person. He's going to be middle-aged to older. That's what I'm feeling. And then what's left? We have the two theoretical roads to the future. I always start off with the right one. I don't know why. You can do either one. And then, like I said earlier, it can be a combination of the two. It can be a warning to help you navigate. The one that starts over here is the number 11 from the Major Arcana. This is the Justice card. And the very first thing that it says, and it is upright, the very first thing that it says is justice will be done. So whatever's going on when you're with your middle here, the fraud, maybe the lawsuit has to do with the fraud. Justice will be done. Don't buy into what this person is saying to you. Smooth talker. Justice will be done. If they wrong you, it'll come out right. It says it requires balance, and it says lawsuits will be won. So yay. Okay. I thought I saw that twice. Okay, so here it says lawsuits, and where was the other one? Oh, and here it says lawsuits. So your lawsuit, you're going to have a lawsuit and you're going to win it. Still be on the correct side of the law. So it says also a message to get rid of useless ways of thinking and useless ideas, outdated ideas. There's an emphasis on science, chemistry, cooking, things like that. So you're either getting enjoyment out of cooking or working in a lab, doing experiments with your kids, things like that. Also says desire of education. So maybe you're going to be taking some classes that would explain the science and the chemistry. So you may be, well, if you take a cooking class, that's also a science, that's also chemistry. Well, that's good. I always like to see, I always like classes and learning something new. Further into the future, we have the King of Cups upside down. His physical characteristics are said to be light brown hair, hazel eyes. I don't feel you have met this person yet. He is further into the future. And for this, it says that it can also be a masculine person, not necessarily a man. It says he's powerful, crafty, yet violent. He is fierce under a calm exterior. Beware of double dealing, robbery, being robbed of money or virtue. So here is that unseen enemies, perils, unseen perils, along with these guys. So this person fierce under a calm exterior. So if you listen to your intuition and you watch people, if you watch them, you'll be able to tell the ones that are boiling just underneath the surface. I personally feel like that is something that you'll be able to see and spot. But anyone new that you're coming in, that's coming into your circle, beware of double dealing. Now this is after the lawsuit is won. So this person might try to talk you out of your winnings, or it might be someone that you meet because of the lawsuit. I don't like that. He's bad, Mama Chama. I don't like that guy. Over here, further in the future, we have Two of Wands, and that one is also upside down. That means restlessness, obstinacy, which means being stubborn, fear, possible physically getting ill. It says good beginning is turned on the quadrant. That might have something to do with the unseen foes. The good beginning has turned, so you may be disappointed in finding out that this person is after your money or your virtue or whatever. They're just using you, and that puts you in this state of mind where you're restless and obstinate, you're stubborn, and it may possibly make you ill. I think unseen foes will do that, and then this one, just having to deal with him, may make you ill. Or that masculine energy. Doesn't end there, but that's technically the end of that road. On this side, we've got the first card is Seven of Cups, and it's upside down. That one means good resolutions, slight success, new will, determination, smart choice. You made a smart choice, or you're going to make a smart choice. Might have something to do with the lawsuit, making a good choice about the attorney, or making a good choice in some other area. Maybe about having to do with this guy. He's around you right now. So you may kick him to the curb. And that'll be your good choice, or it could have something to do with the lawsuit, or a decision about employment. That job situation looks like it's kind of iffy there for a minute, but it's going to end up working out. I can't tell right now if the job you have right now is going to stay, or if that temporary job is going to stay temporary or become permanent. But just be prepared. Always try to, have your resume updated, and have an idea of what you would do, where you would apply if you did lose the job. If you're a marketable person, and most of you are, even if you're not, you can find a job. You can find a right job for you, with whatever issue you have. I mean, continuing, right next to the smart choice, we have the Queen of Cups, who's upside down. She is said to have light brown hair, hazel eyes. When she's upside down, she is intelligent but unreliable. She is not to be trusted. It says perverse character, dishonest, immoral. I say bitch. This card has been coming up in the last few readings that I've had. The feeling I get with this card is a troublemaker. This is someone who is jealous. This is someone who is narcissistic. This is someone who only sees what they want, and they don't care how they get what they want. They're going to lie, they're going to steal, they're going to cheat, and they're going to twist things to get it into their way. I'm not trying to scare you. But there is this is the hidden enemy. You got this one, that one, and this one. Wait. Wait. Which one did I say was bad? Yeah, that one. I don't have my glasses on, I'm sorry. But with her, I feel like if you haven't met her, watch out for her. And it can be a male and a feminine male. One of those that's just, a greedy person. It's a greedy fucking person. Somebody that wants all the damn attention and is gonna do stuff behind the scenes to make other people look bad. Very shifty. In my experience. Very, very shifty. I feel like that person could be a boss. That person could be a friend in a friend group. So, you know the one that's always, you're in a group of 4 or 5 and it's the bitch of the group. The one that's always unhappy about everything, has something to say about everything, and, nobody really wants to be around them, but they're still in the group. That's the feeling I'm getting with that. I feel like it could be a boss. Maybe that has something to do with the temporary employment. Or you meet that person and you make it temporary employment and you find another job. The card next to it, further into the future, is the Ten of Wands. Oh no, it's the Ten of Swords. Let me look that up. Make sure I've got the right answer for that. Hang on just a second. I gotta put my glasses on to find the book. Because I always look this stuff up ahead of time. I may have just written the wrong one down, or I may have looked up the wrong one. So hang on, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Ten of Swords. Okay, so for the Ten of Swords it says, and it is right side up. Okay, the Ten of Swords says, though the Nine of Swords shows despair, the meaning here is even more serious. Ruin of plans and projects, defeat in war, disruption of home, tears will fall, trouble will come in spite of riches and high position. Not a card of violent death, because it's showing the 9 swords in the back of the guy laying down. I don't know if the camera's focused yet or not. It's looks like it has. I can't really tell. It is not a card of violent death. It says a suggestion to give to charity freely to those in trouble. So I'm glad I looked that up because I did write the wrong thing down. But sorry about that. I'm glad I saw that. But anyway, there's going to be, I don't know if it has to do with the current stuff that you're going through right now, all the trauma and the upheaval you're going through now, because through here, you have a little bit of success, but I feel since it's after this lady, and I use that term loosely, I think she starts shit for you and causes some trauma. So your hidden enemy is not hidden anymore. She's going to be backstabbing, and it says immoral, dishonest. And dishonest means she's going to lie about any fucking thing that she can to get her way. And that's going to end up hurting you in a little bit. So, on the other side, it says that, the beginning it has turned on the querent. So, I don't think this has to do with her. I don't think it has to do with her, because they're separate. I feel like this person is at work. Either this is either a boss at work, or a previous boss, or somebody that used to be in charge, or somebody in charge of another department, and she's gonna cause trouble for you, meaning at that employment, because the employment's temporary. You had a good beginning with the employment, and she's fucking it up for you. I would not be too concerned, because it looks like you're going through this shit now, but your work area looks pretty good. This could also be like a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law too. I'm not trying to make them villains, but you know, they joke about them for a reason. But you know, this could be a troublemaking, you know, mother-in-law, sister-in-law. But your work area looks pretty good, and it does say change of residence, coming and going of a situation, and the quick departure. But you've got someone here that's telling you, that's giving you good advice. I'm wondering if your temporary employment, you end up getting fired or something, and that ends up being the lawsuit, and then you end up winning that lawsuit. That's possible as well. But your work still looks pretty good. You also have this card in your favor as well. Everything will end up turning out. You're going to be going through some crap right now for a minute, for a good hot minute, but you'll be missing somebody, you'll be missing people, perhaps a pet as well. They are family. If you lose a pet, then you're just as sad, but you're eventually going to end up with, you're going to be developing your intuition. That's going to help you with these people, the hidden enemies. And I believe you're getting these cards as a warning, so that you don't get blindsided, so that you do see these people coming before you've met them, before you see them, or before you see if they are people that you are aware of, but they're in a different department or something, and you will now see what their intentions are. Use your intuition, use your gut. Everything's going to lead you to the Ten of Cups. You're going to get there. That's why we do the first three. We could do just the first three and not do the reading. If you're in a hurry, that's how you do it. So the long short of it is you're going to end up with the Ten of Cups. Just be aware and try not to be sad. It's sad when you miss people. Keep yourself busy and concentrate on the light at the end of the tunnel, because this too shall pass. Everything does. The only thing constant is change. So don't fret about it. It looks like you're going to be panicking a little bit. You're going to be restless, and you're probably going to freak out a little bit, but just calm yourself down. Don't worry too much. If you're spiritual, if you believe in God, put it in God's hands. There's only so much you can do. You can always have a positive attitude, though, and attitudes change everything. That changes how people react to you. That changes your outcome. That changes your mood. That changes everything. Always look at things half full. You can be down every now and then, yeah, but generally try to be on the upside. So this will be gone. You'll be through that in about a month, maybe 2 months. But you have been warned about the people that you need to watch out for. So something I usually do is I will count the number of cards that we have that have come up. Wands mean change. You had 5 wands. So there will be some change. It has to do with some of that upheaval and the separation and some of the deception that's going to be going on. Then you had 5 cups. Cups mean love, goodness. So you have the same number, so you're going to have love and goodness as well as change. Swords, you had 3 swords. Swords mean strife, fighting. Then you had 1 pentacle. Pentacles mean political action, intrigue, and money. So you're mainly going to be having love and goodness. You do have some love and some goodness in some areas. And change. There is some change. You've gone through some stuff. You had some success. You're going to go through a little bit more. You're going through some crap right now. You're missing somebody. You're separated from somebody. And it's going to continue for a little longer. But you're going to eventually end up with that 10 of Cups. I have been pulling letters and numbers. This time the letter was Y as in yellow. The next letter was E as in Edward. And the numbers I pulled were 6 and 0. And the color was yellow. So, do with that what you will. One thing I also wanted to mention, that I don't know if you noticed or not, but you had 2 pairs of kings and queens that came out. You had in total 2 queens, 3 kings, and 2 knights. And the 2 queens and 2 of the 3 kings were swords and cups. And the interesting thing is the swords were the same direction. They were upright, and the cups were the same direction. They were upside down. So you had balanced pairs. You had a balanced queen and that was balanced by a king on the cups and the swords. So that synchronicities mean something. Stuff like that sticks out. I wanted to pull some. I got some cards that are new, and I'm big into K-pop. I am such a K-pop fan right now. So I ended up getting some Korean oracle cards, And this is the box that they come in. It is just a lovely box. It is a beautiful box. And it has like a little book in it. It's in Korean and it's also in English, thank God. The descriptions in the book are about the plants that it covers. However, it's like 2 paragraphs, so I'm not going to read all of that they have on there. So the oracle cards that I pulled for your reading, the first one, let me see if I can you see it? There you go. Is it focusing? Let's see if we can make it focus. Hold on. Let's see if we can make it focus. I don't know. I guess right there. Okay, well, I'll hold it here. I hope it focuses. This card is the number 21. You can't tell, but there are white flowers right here and there. You can't tell with the background that they're on. But this flower is called a municipal anemone. And the meaning that they have for it is, I am in pain of forbidden love. So, either you have had a forbidden love, or you have a forbidden love, someone that you like that you're not supposed to, or an affair, something like that, or you're thinking of one, or you're thinking of one that you have had. Then the next one is the number 2, and that one is the thistle. And this one says, you are lonely since you have a strong feeling of independence. So, if you're a lone wolf, that would make sense. But if you're like me, I don't mind being alone. I like being alone a lot of the time. I don't have to have people around me, so that doesn't bother me one way or the other. I firmly believe it's up to you as to whether or not you feel lonely. And I have never really felt lonely. So, and I've been alone like a lot. So, you know, but then again, you can be in a crowd. You can feel lonely in a crowd. And I've always felt that way. Like at a party, I always felt uncomfortable and like I stood out, unless it was, you know, a party my family was having or something like that, but somebody else's party. But, anyway, it's up to you as to whether you want to feel lonely or not, whether you feel lonely or not. And if you're lonely, just keep yourself occupied. Do something good, you know, something time-consuming. And the third one that I pulled is number 34. And this one is called a lilac clematis. And this one stands for, it says, your noble-mindedness is beautiful. So, keep on the straight and narrow. You stay noble. Keep you out of lawsuits. I'm trying to hurry up and get this here. I also pulled 4 birds, and this time it's fruit. I pulled a hummingbird, and that symbolizes joy, healing, good luck, messages from spirits, and freedom. I also pulled the watermelon. That stands for freedom, abundance, health, fertility, intelligence, new career opportunities. So I feel like you will be getting a new job. You'll end up getting, and the Ten of Cups also means money. It covers money as well. So you're going to have love and money, stability, home, health, everything. And I also pulled blueberry. Blueberry symbolizes good health, inner serenity, overall happiness, peace, and satisfaction. That describes the Ten of Cups. And I also pulled cherry. That symbolizes good fortune, new beginnings, revival, sweetness, love, and harmony. So focus on the good things. Keep it positive. Keep an eye out for the enemies. And use your intuition. Something doesn't feel right. You know it doesn't feel right. And then keep it on the straight and narrow. Make sure that the lawsuit, you're on the right side of the lawsuit. You'll end up winning it. And then you'll eventually get to the Ten of Cups. Hopefully the separation will not last that long. Nothing lasts forever, so I'm not sure what the separation is, but there is a separation. And the widowhood, that is a may. It may mean widowhood. In my experience, the way I saw it play out, I saw a woman get that card for a good 10 years. And that card was always interpreted as she was from another country. And it was always interpreted as she missed her family from the old country. And, you know, she's living here in the United States, and she figured that's what it was. Her mother and father were over there along with her sister and, you know, the nieces and nephews and stuff. And she missed them dearly, but she moved away, you know, for her own reasons and stuff like that. She went back to visit and things, but she got that card for 10 years. And then one day ended up, her husband ended up dying, and it was a car accident. And it was completely clear at that point that, you know, it was subtly warning her all that time. So the widowhood, you know, it could be an eventual thing. It may be sooner, maybe later. With her, it took 10 years to happen. We're all gonna die. I'm not trying to be morbid, but we're all gonna die. And if you're married and one partner dies before the other, you're either a widow or a widower, you know, so it's a possibility. So, just keep that in mind, and, you know, just be nice to the people that are around you. And you are missing somebody right now, and I'm sorry for that, but just keep your chin up and, you know, be ready, on guard for those unseen foes, those unseen enemies. Use your intuition, and you should end up clear. You got the Ten of Cups in the future. That's definitive. That's why they have that in here, because you have such a disruptive reading, other than in the work, hobby, group activity area. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just please click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. I don't know how often I'll be able to do it. I don't know when I'm going to get a new camera. But thank you. I appreciate it. And You guys have a blessed day.